and I welcome everybody to the Waltham Forest Trade Unions Council Workers' Memorial Day commemoration, where we remember the dead and we fight for the living. Most of us will agree that we've undergone a year like no other in our lifetime, certainly, with the COVID pandemic ravaging the world. And when you look at the pictures, particularly from India in the last few days and Brazil latterly, but also in Britain, Europe, worldwide, it has been a terrible year for the working class in particular, who have been at the brunt of this pandemic. Today's figures from the TUC suggest 11,000 people in Britain have died of COVID. And much of that, we think, as trade unionists, has come from transmission within unsafe workplaces. And our speakers today will represent many of those workers who have been at the front line of the pandemic in maintaining their work, while others have been shielding or off furloughed and so on. And we will have speakers from the health service, from education, from transport, as well as others who have been key workers. Local government will be represented as well. We will start our speakers with Len Hockey from Unite Barts Health NHS Trust, then Katie Lindenberg from NEU Waltham Forest, followed by John Walmsby from the FBU. We have Kate Byrne from the RMT. We have invited John Cryer, MP, to speak. And then we will have sections where we will remember the dead, which will be presented by Annabelle Stanford from Unison Waltham Forest. A minute's silence will be given by Tommy Anderson, the Trades Council President. And then at the end, we will have a few words from Sam Mason on the importance of climate change, the fight against the terrible changes to the environment and climate, which will be given by Sam Mason. So without further ado, our first speaker is Len Hockey, who is the Secretary of Unite's Barts Health Trust branch, has led a number of disputes against privatisation and for decent pay for health workers over the last few years. And he's speaking as a representative of health workers who've been right on the front line of this pandemic. So I invite Len to speak, and I'm just reminding the speakers to try to keep the remarks to 5 minutes if possible. Obviously with a little bit of leeway, but Len, far away.